We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program. We come to you live and direct from the damp gaming capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at our South Point studios at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex on Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas, and, of course, the South Point Studio streaming network at YouTube. We welcome you to the show, as well as all of you negotiating some wet ground today here in Las Vegas, and listening to us maybe while you're carefully driving your car this morning at our local anchor radio station, Sports Talk 1400 AM 107.1 FM. Good morning. We welcome all of you listening on all of the platforms that we have. Of course, our websites, the apps that you can get at your devices for your phone apps, your Google phone and your iPhone and your Android, and of course anywhere you get your podcasting. Simply put, however, wherever, whenever. The weather is going to be the big factor over this weekend, no doubt about it, as far as racing and as well here in Las Vegas. Now, right now here in Vegas, we're kind of driving through little pockets of rain, but it's going to get raining here. As a matter of fact, 100% chance of rain tomorrow. And that big front is coming through Southern California and California right now. Remember, we were talking about it started in Northern California yesterday. It's making its way down to Southern California. We're going to top out today only at 70 degrees here in Las Vegas. And we're going to have periodic rain, and then the rain is going to start coming in a little bit later on. As far as Los Angeles is concerned, where Del Mar is at, it said the high is going to be there today at 65 and rain. Okay, they are predicting rain in Southern California, as it should be, because there's a big, huge storm, a big cluster that's right over Los Angeles and going south towards Del Mar. And that cluster is going to be sweeping around. It'll get through Los Angeles, come up through Las Vegas, and go through Phoenix, Arizona. So that's what the weather is going to be like here in the west, southwest for the next 24 to 48 hours, okay? We're going to get the rain. Now, as you know, yesterday, in preparation for the rain coming over the weekend in Southern California, folks at Del Mar decided to cancel the races tomorrow. There will be no racing tomorrow. Now, as far as we know so far today, the racing card is still on today. They have moved the post time 1/2 hour earlier to 12 noon. 12 high noon Pacific time is going to be the first post today at Del Mar. They made that decision yesterday as well. So you got a 12 noon post time today at Del Mar, no racing tomorrow, and on Sunday, they're drawing the races for dirt racing only. There will be no turf racing on Sunday at Del Mar. Now, that is the way they left it when we last contacted with them. Now, that rain is coming through Southern California, and it's making its way here. Like I say, we're 100% ready to get 100% of rain towards the end of this day, maybe in the middle of the day, and certainly into tomorrow. It all depends on how fast this front is moving through for both Southern California and us. Now, here in Las Vegas, hey, listen, it's always fast, firm, and perfect in the race book, so that's not a problem for us getting to the race book. Be careful on the roads. But once you're in the race book, you know, if you don't have racing in Southern California, you got racing all over the country anyhow, because the rest of the country is looking great. There's nothing going on in the rest of the country. It's only in the very northwest, back up in Washington and Oregon, and that's the next front coming through. But the front that we're concerned about right now, both here on the roads of Las Vegas and, of course, in Southern California, Del Mar, is the big storm that's making its way through right now. So that's the latest on the racing conditions as we have them for Southern California. And we will get the latest from John Lindo, who is down there right in the middle of all in Southern California a little bit later on. We have Jonathan Hardoon, of course, with us from the usual bad weather comes from the Northeast, but not today. Jonathan's sitting in great weather up there. So we have him with us today, as well as Rich Ang. John Lindo will be reporting to us, and, of course, Jerry Jackowitz here in Las Vegas. So that's the way right now the weather conditions look for here and for Southern California, the rest of the country. For example, New York's going to be 53 degrees with a few clouds, but 53 degrees and sunny. Chicago, 65 and sunny, beautiful there. And, of course, Phoenix, Arizona is going to be getting some of the rain a little bit later on. It's going to be 83 topping off at Phoenix, Arizona. Make that 86, 86 in Phoenix. And yes, still the hottest place in the country is Brownsville, Texas at 87 degrees. And so it goes. So that's the way the weather is going to be like as far as the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, since there are no big fronts that have made their way through the Midwest and yet going to the East Coast, we're figuring that whatever happens here in the Southwest is going to take a couple of days, if at all it gets to the East Coast. If at all. It might just, continue to go south and out. But in any case, we have the Claiming Crown tomorrow at Churchill Downs. Now, the Claiming Crown There will be 8 Claiming Crown divisional stakes races. This is for the backbone of the racing industry, the horses that come with the lunch pail in their hands. So the Claiming Crown will be tomorrow at Churchill Downs. There's 121 horses that have been entered in the Claiming Crown over the 8 Claiming Crown races. They also have 1 Grade 3 stakes races as well on the 9-race card at Churchill Downs, and that's tomorrow. Tomorrow at Aqueduct, we'll have a couple of stakes races, including a Grade 1, a $350,000 Grade 3, I should say, $350,000 Grade 3 there at Aqueduct. And, of course, Del Mar, No Racing, Gulfstream, and Woodbine will have their stakes races. Woodbine's got the Grade 2 Kennedy Road, where No Balls is going to go on that one, okay? So that's what's happening coming up in, immediately in the next day or two. Now, taking a look at some of the news around the racing industry. The Pegasus World Cup that will be run on the 24th of January, the first month of next year, the 24th of January, which ain't that far away, folks. The Pegasus World Cup has now officially become a Breeders' Cup win and you're in race. Okay? It became a Breeders' Cup win and you're in race. The Pegasus World Cup, this year's edition, will start it. So it's going to be a Breeders' Cup win and you're in. The Breeders' Cup win and you're in races, 94 of them next year. 15 countries will be covered by these Breeders' Cup win and you're ins. Very popular program, as you know, with all the horses, the win and your ins that got in this year in the Breeders' Cup. But the Pegasus World Cup now will be, for the first year, a Breeders' Cup win and you're in races. Laurel Racecourse got 120 days of racing for next year. Remember now, Pimlico is being knocked down and they're rebuilding Pimlico like they did with Belmont Park. Belmont's almost ready to go. So Pimlico is being restructured, a new building and all that good stuff there. So all the racing in Maryland from Pimlico will now be at Laurel. So Laurel Park's going to get 120 days of racing next year, including, of course, the middle jewel of the Triple Crown, the Preakness, will be run at Laurel next year. A couple of horses that ran in the Breeders' Cup that will be making their next starts. Explora, you remember that filly that ran second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies, Explora? She will now be pointed towards the Starlet coming up at Los Alamitos, coming up in about a month. The Starlet. Explora goes in the Starlet next. Hey Nay Nay, who finished 10th in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf with somewhat of a bad trip, will now be pointed towards the Cecil B. DeMille at Del Mar coming up. So Hey Nay Nay is going to come back at Del Mar for the Cecil B. DeMille at, I guess, in a couple of weeks, really. And, of course, the ongoing saga of the tug and pull between HISA and the feds. HISA is now back in court, testing the constitutionality of HISA, is back in court in the federal U.S. Court of Appeals for the second time. So here we go again. The appeals court in New Orleans, Louisiana, the decision there, the first one, they said they knocked it back into Congress and said Congress has got to make the law more clear of whether HISA does have jurisdiction or not. So the court pushed it back into the Congress to do some voting on that. But there's another appeals, or there's another lawsuit for that, for HISA as well, besides that one, okay? So that thing will just keep going on and on and on. So we'll wait and see. If they're waiting for Congress to make a decision, we know that it's going to be a long time. But remember now, the state of Louisiana, it does not participate with HISA. And that's where Paco Lopez, remember the HISA disqualified, suspended Paco Lopez for a year, what the heck ever it was? He said, to hell with you. He went down to Louisiana. He's riding down Louisiana there. And don't forget, the fairgrounds starts up what? On Thursday. You know, coming up on Thursday, the fairgrounds, Louisiana, they're not covered by HISA. They didn't buy into it. Unfortunately, this is a horse that I remember well. The 1997 Belmont winner, Touch Gold, has finally passed away. At 31 years old, he was euthanized. So Touch Gold, who made a memorable 1997 Belmont Stakes win, has been euthanized. And that's some of the headlines in horse racing up to date for today. All right, let's take a look at what happened yesterday. At Aqueduct, Aqueduct yesterday. Remember, Joel Rosario did not ride yesterday, so Manny Franco took over his mount in the second race and won it for IK Cantamarci. And Systematic Change was the name of the horse, paying $3.36 as the favorite. Javier Castellano got his first win of the day for Bruce Levine in the third race at $17.90. Franco came back in the fourth race for his second win of the day for Rob Atras, paying $12.52. And then Manny Franco capped off his third win in the first 5 races yesterday in the fifth race for Jorge Abreu, paying $20.70. Early pick 5, by the way, at Aqueduct yesterday paid $4,112.75. In the seventh race, Sahan Savechi hit the ground when his horse stumbled at the start of the seventh race, an unseated Savechi. He appeared to be okay, though, in the race. The winner of that race was Senza Parole for Flavian Pratt and Chad Brown, paid $4.04. And then, by the way, the dollar exact in that race paid $3.95. So the big favorite won it at $4 and a couple of pennies. The second favorite finished second in the race. And that was, of course, Grammy Girl, Jonathan Hardoon's horse. That got beat by a whisker at the wire. And I got to believe that Flavian Pratt made the difference there. So Jonathan's horse finished second in that race. But if you put him with the favorite, you got a whole $3.95 for $1. In any case, the featured race, the Key Sense for 2-year-old fillies at a mile on the inner turf course, was won by She's Country. She's Country gave Javier Castellano his second win of the day for trainer George Weaver. It was a Jerry J pick on the show. That horse paid $9.70. Jerry's link-up finished second, so you got the $1 exacta that paid $19.47 in that featured race, the Key Sense. Jerry gives us the winner there. And the pick 6 at Aqueduct paid $3,349 and change. That's what happened at Aqueduct yesterday. Churchill Downs. Rich Eng and Jonathan Hardoon, the Good Housekeeping Handicapper Seal of Approval. Well, they got it done in the second race at Churchill Downs. Their pick, Global Quote, won, and rather easily, under Irad Ortiz Jr. for Brad Cox. But it was bet down from 3-1 to the prohibitive favorite and only paid $3.34. But a winner is better than a loser, I guess. And by the way, that horse that paid $3.34 in a field that had only 9 horses in it, the super high 5 in that race, paid $2,643 and change. Big long shots ran second, third, and fourth in that one. All right, third race, Tyler Gaffleone got his first win for Brendan Walsh in the third, paying $18.54. Gaffleone came right back in the fourth race for D. Whitworth Beckman and paid $10.38. Irad Ortiz Jr. got his second win of the day in the sixth race for Glenn Wismer, paying $9.96. And believe it or not, Peter Miller has some horses at Churchill Downs. His trainee won the seventh race for Mr. Bosa Chica aboard, paying $7.08. And I can tell you this. Here's the prices in the first pick 5. $20.20. Our handicapper's $3.34 winner. $18.54. $10.38. I hate these penny payoffs. $12.68. Those were the 5 payoffs in the early pick 5. The early pick 5 paid $9,493.59. If you take out the $20 winner in the first race, the next 4 horses in that pick 5, the next 4 horses encompassing the pick 4, pay $223.75. A difference of $9,269.84 for a $20 winner in the first race. The difference between the pick 4 and the pick 5. The late pick 5 paid better. The late pick 5, with winners paying $9.96, $7.08, $18.56, $33.86, and $27.30. That combination, the pick 5, paid $35,046.21. Yeah, there's a carryover in the pick 6. All right. That's what happened yesterday, but we have a lot to cover today on this Friday as we ramp up to a weekend that sees the bad weather not on the East Coast, but on the West Coast this weekend. We'll wait and see how that develops and what happens with the racing in Southern California with the latest with John Lendo. And, of course, our handicappers and our racing menu comes up next. But right now, we're going to take our first break. So don't go away.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our pick six promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Want to make a very important correction here. When I was watching the races yesterday at Aqueduct, the feed that I got said that Ceviche was okay. He was not. One of our chatters reports that Ceviche was taken to the hospital, has a fractured ribs, and is out indefinitely. So I want to make that correction. Ceviche it looked like he hit the ground hard, but the initial reports that I got from obviously an uninformed or mistaken information source was wrong. So there you have it. That's the correction. Thanks a lot for our chatters out there. Our chatters are very, very smart people out there. They're right on top of it for horse racing. All right, here's the racing menu for today. First post times are Pacific, because we're in the Pacific time zone. So these would be the first post times to roll out in the book today here at the South Point. If you are not in the Pacific time zone listening and watching and however you get us throughout the world here, then adjust from whatever time zone you're in to the Pacific time zone. This way you won't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Okay, here's the menu for today. We begin with Laurel Park. Laurel Park has a pick six jackpot carryover of $7,954. They got 10 races today at Laurel, and a first post time of 9 a.m. 9 a.m. first post at Laurel. We go to Big A, Aqueduct in New York. Weather's going to be fine there at Aqueduct. First post time is 9:10. Feature race at Aqueduct is the fifth, right smack dab in the middle of the card. The fifth race is the Notebook Stakes at a mile on the inner turf course for 2-year-olds. This sees a field of 11 before scratches, and the favorite in the race at 5-2 is Caroline St. Beat, I should say. Caroline St. Beat with Manny Franco aboard is the favorite in the Notebook. That's the fifth race on the card, 9 races over, all at the Big A, and a first post time of 9:10. 9:10 at Aqueduct. Gulfstream Park has 9 races. Their pick six jackpot carryover, $40,297. First post time at Gulfstream Park for 9 races, 9:20. Then we get to Churchill Downs. Churchill Downs has 10 races today. Good full fields at Churchill Downs. They have a couple of carryovers, a super high 5 carryover of $6,951, and the pick six jackpot carryover, $48,439. First post time at Churchill for 10 races set at 10 a.m. Del Mar, where it might be under a little bit of rain there today at Del Mar. First post time has been moved up to 12 high noon. 12 high noon is the first post at Del Mar today, trying to get around the weather there. They've got 8 races today if they go, and their first post time again, 12 high noon at Del Mar for their 8-race card. And let's see, how many races are scheduled for the turf? 1, 2, 3. 3 races scheduled on the turf. The 2nd, the 5th, and the 7th races are scheduled on the turf at Del Mar. That might be questionable, but nothing's been said yet. We'll get the latest from John Lindo. Woodbine, they have a super high 5 jackpot carryover at Woodbine of $114,945. Their super high 5 jackpot at Woodbine. They also have a pick 6 jackpot of $22,210. 10 races at Woodbine today. First post time is at 1:30. Delta Downs has 9 races. Their first post time is at 2:45 at Delta. Charlestown, 8 races today at Charlestown. First post time at Charlestown today is at 4 p.m., as well as Remington Park. Remington Park also a 4 p.m. first post time for their 9 races there. And that is the menu on this Friday here at the South Point for today. All right, let's go to Jonathan Ardoon standing by. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. How are you?
I'm doing fine. We're getting ready for a little rain here, so I'm gonna run home right after the races and turn off my sprinklers for the.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. They said we're gonna get 100% rain here between the next 24 to 48 hours, but of course it's always fast, firm, and perfect in the book. We're worried about Del Mar, and it just depends on how fast that front is going through, I guess. The weather could change there. The predictions could change there, but it doesn't look like Del Mar's going to escape any of the rain. That's for sure.
How are they going to run today? I mean, if you spit outside, in California, they canceled the races. So I would be surprised actually if they did run. But I guess if the rain stays away long enough, they'll be able to squeeze the card. And obviously, John Lindo will keep us posted.
Now, what is your odds that the 3 turf races stay on the turf?
Well, if they come off the turf, they're going to cancel racing because it means it rained there. So I don't think they're coming off the grass. They may cancel racing, but if they come off the grass, they're not going to run. Why would they run? It means the track is off. They don't run on off tracks, correct?
Yeah, it was iffy. There were a couple of times at Santa Anita where the track was off. It wasn't like a sea of slop and raining hard like it used to be. Right. I mean, the old days, I remember going to Santa Anita when you had to swim through the puddles in the parking lot to get to the racetrack, and it was still running, but not anymore. But we'll wait and see, and that's what we got. John Lindo, he's down there. He's sticking his head out the window and figuring out what the latest is. That's for sure. All right, there was a funny thing that happened yesterday that was posted on X. I for the life of me, I can't remember what track it was or what jockey it was. Guys, all right, but they were and Sean, our crack producer here, found it, and we're going to play it for you. But before we do, I'm going to set it up for you. There was a cameraman at the starting gate, as they normally do, as the horses, load into the starting gate. And this on one of the outside horses, as the jockey is loading into the gate with the horse, he turns to the camera and tells everybody not to bet the race because CAW is betting into it. Let's play the tape, Sean.
Guys, the CAWs are everywhere today. Hold
on. Oh, it froze on us. See if you can. Here we go. Go ahead.
Guys, the CAWs are everywhere today. Hold on to your money.
All right, anyhow, you get the point. He said, guys, CAWs are all over today. Hold on to your money. This is a jockey telling the public while he's entering the starting gate for the race. Yeah. Can you believe that, Jonathan?
No, it's fake, Ralph. It's AI.
Oh,
they had someone dub it in. You don't believe that the jockey really did that?
I know, but I had to play it because it was so funny.
It's funny and it looked real, but it's fake.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny and it's fake.
It's funny. They were getting a point across, and it hit home. Believe me.
Yeah, I know it did. I was trying to play it out for the public out there, but you spoiled it by telling us, it was. An AI.
Yeah, we tried.
By the way, we were going to tell everybody it was an AI later on, but I just wanted to run this for a little bit to see if people actually bought into it. But yes, that's making its point, and the fact that it's making its point tells you that this is this is something
This is reaching beyond the Race Day Las Vegas listening audience. Believe me,
absolutely.
This is now
When it gets into AI territory, you know that it's something that people either want to see or hear. That's for sure. And we'll just wait and see what happens there. But I thought that was pretty funny yesterday. Sure. Okay. Today we've got New York. There's not going to be a problem in New York at Aqueduct for the races. That's for sure.
Not until Sunday. And by the way, they wrote 10 extra races for the turf next week, all on the outer course. I don't think they're going to be using the inner course anymore if they decide to run on the grass. But as of now, they have 10 extra races listed. It depends on the weather, but they're expecting bad weather Saturday night into Sunday. So I'm not so sure they're going to continue with grass racing after Sunday.
Now I know you're not a weatherman, and neither am I. But I know the jet stream goes from the west to east. So you're telling me that maybe the storm that we're going to get in the next 24 to 48 hours is going to make its way to New York by Sunday?
I don't know where the rain's coming from, but they said Saturday night into Sunday they're expecting bad weather.
So you got Saturday night into Sunday. Sunday's questionable at Aqueduct. Although they run in off track.
They'll run, but they'll take the races off the grass. So we don't cancel for rain here, Ralph.
Yeah.
We're a little tougher than you guys are.
Yeah. Snow and wind is where you draw the line, especially the wind. Wind, yeah. You don't want the jockeys blown off horses. So, okay, so then we got that going on there, the off going probably on Sunday at New York. And, of course, like I said, tomorrow's already canceled at Del Mar. I'm assuming that storm will, is going to get through here in Southern California by Sunday or Monday. That will probably get racing at Del Mar on Sunday, although there's only dirt racing there as well. Okay, well, taking a look at the weather conditions, after all, we're looking at the 14th of November already, so we got to expect some bad weather through the country. It's, wintertime. It's going to get into wintertime. All right, you got some picks for us?
Yeah, let's go to Aqueduct, look at the 7th race. And by the way, Ralph, the card at Aqueduct today is extremely chalky, in my opinion. It was tough finding any value plays on the card. But we're going to look at the 7th race, give everybody a pick 5, pick 6 single in the 7th race, number 5, Brave Buck. 4-year-old gelding from the Linda Rice barn. Full field of 9, no late scratches in there, so hopefully we'll keep that price. Kendra Carmusha board to ride 5-2 on the morning line. Number 5, Brave Buck wins today's 7th race out at Aqueduct.
All right, Brave Buck is going to be the play there, and you say it's going to be a lot of chalk. What about the featured notebook stakes for 2-year-olds on the turf? I mean, these are 2-year-olds, and the morning line looks like it's pretty wide open. You got a 5-2, a 3-1, and a 4-1 in the body of the field.
The race goes through the 1, Spirit of New York, a 2-year-old gelding from the Adam Rice barn, nephew of Linda Rice. So Ricardo Santana rides 3 career starts. He's run well in all 3 of them, including a win at Aqueduct on the turf course, has the advantage of breaking from the rail. Second choice on the morning line, number 1, Spirit of New York. You have a late scratch in there. The 11 top player came out.
The 11 top player, and I believe that was
main track
only anyhow. So the 11 is out of that race. But the 1, then you think with Ricardo Santana, Spirit of New York. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Appropriately named for Aqueduct, I would imagine. And so you like the 1 in the 5th race, and your official pick on the show is in the 7th race, the 5-horse Brave Buck. There's only 1 race in between, so I'm going to do a pick 3 in the 5th race, the 1 with all, which there are 12 entered in the 6th race, although there's 2 scratches in that race, so it'll be 10 horses in that race. So I got the 1 to all to 5. Dollar pick 3 will give me a $10 layout, and see if we can hit the pick 3 today.
Good idea.
Okay,
Let's go to Del Mar. Del Mar, look at race number 4, 6.5 furlongs on the main track. And again, obviously, we have no idea if they're going to run, but I like the number 8 horse in here, Cheever. 3-year-old gelding from the Mark Glatt barn. This is an improving horse. He's 0 for 4, but he's run into some really nice horses, Ralph. He was gelded prior to his last race. He ran well at Del Mar. Antonio Frassu for Mark Glatt. I like the price. 5-1 on the morning line. Number 8, Cheever, finally graduates and gets it done in today's 4th race at Del Mar.
All right, 4th race at Del Mar. Number 8, Cheever. Cheever, the 8 horse. Frassu aboard. 5-1 on the morning line. Fourth race, the 8 horses, Jonathan's pick on the show for Del Mar. Don't forget, he's got full sheets for all the races, both at Del Mar and at Aqueduct. And I do believe you got even a Churchill Downs one, don't you?
I do. JONHARDOON.com.
All right, Jonathan. And you stay off of X and quit putting those AI things on there. You understand, my man?
I wouldn't know how to work it anyway.
I know, but that was just funny. That's all. All right, thanks a lot, my man. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All righty, we're going to come back with Rich Eng after that a little bit more exciting game than expected last night in the NFL, only because the excitement of the point spreads and the over-under totals. So we'll get the latest from Richie. And, of course, a pick for today. Don't go away.
Thank you, buddy.
There are many families that need your help. I'm Mark Wahlberg, and I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation in their efforts to deliver mortgage-free homes to catastrophically injured service members, Gold Star, and fallen first responders families with young children, as well as eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans.
Everybody knows where the money's going, every single dollar. God bless you.
Please contribute $11 a month to support their efforts by visiting t2t.org.
Are you ready to lock in your bets and cash in on the games this weekend? Get weekly football winners from Alex White, Chris Andrews, and Vinny Malulo.
I did take the dog 3.5.
I'm going to stay with the Colts here. That's definitely going to be one of my plays.
If the Bears have turned the corner, they have to take care of business in this game.
Yes.
Tune in for behind-the-book perspectives you won't find anywhere else.
Well, if you're looking to bet the under, you're going to get a better number.
The wise guys are certainly not going to play the favorites.
I know if it hits 7, don't blink. Maybe that's what bettors are waiting for.
Every NFL matchup, every college game that matters, the spreads, the stats, and the smart money plays.
Is there a way to bet against both teams?
Get your winning edge with Football Frenzy, streaming on YouTube every Friday at noon Pacific.
All righty, and as you saw on the commercial, as you heard on the commercial, today is Football Frenzy. If you're looking to play football over the weekend, this is an absolute 5-star must. Football Frenzy with the murderer's row of handicappers at 12 high noon, right where you're streaming here right now. That's what it'll be, Football Frenzy today at 12 noon. You got to watch it. Good show. Great show. All right, let's go out to Rich Eng, who's a football handicapper for us as well. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
Well, it was a tightrope to make sure that the thing stayed under 43 when the first scores of the game, the early scoring, I mean, there was like 21 points, I think, early in the game last night, but it fizzled out.
Yeah, the over-under total was 43. Game snuck under the total at 27-14. It landed right on the 13 for the point spread. So depending on when you bought it, like I had mentioned yesterday, Ralph, I bought the game when it first came out. I got 11.5 on the Patriots and teased them down to 5.5. But there was a period really toward the fourth quarter, about midway through, where I thought the game was going to go over. It was when Justin Fields fumbled the snap from center. And the Patriots recovered at the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
And if they punch it in, the game goes over. But thank God that, for me anyway, and for those who bet the under, the Jet defense held and forced them to kick a field goal, which kept the game under the total.
Not to mention the fact that the Jets did what you thought they would do and somehow or another fumble or do some mistake along the line. That's why they got that record like that. But in any case, it was a kind of uninspiring game, but yet it was very interesting for people who bet not only the over-under total, but the spread as well. And, of course, we'll have, I think, much better competition over the weekend on Saturday for football and Sunday, college, and Sunday for the NFL. Well, Richie, let's cross our fingers and hope we can get at least the racing card in today at Del Mar before the non-racing tomorrow and whatever happens on Sunday. And I know you got a full sheet for Del Mar today, a handicapping sheet at the racedaylasvegas.com website. If when they don't race tomorrow at Del Mar, are you opting to do another track, or are you just going to pass along with Del Mar?
No, I actually made a free offer to people who are on my email blast list. I'm going to do a simulcast plays of the day sheet. Don't know how many horses are going to be on it because it depends on how many live horses that I like. But I'm giving away the sheet for free tomorrow, Ralph. If anyone just emails me at rich_ing@yahoo.com, I will email you the file for free tonight and tomorrow. So a free offer of my simulcast sheet for all the listeners out there.
All right, Rich, RICH_Eng, ENG, and at Yahoo, right?
At yahoo.com. Yes.
Okay.
Email me and I'll send you the file tonight when it's done or at some point early Saturday morning.
Okay, now that's for tomorrow, but then on Sunday, if they go at Del Mar, you'll be back handicapping as you are today at Del Mar.
Exactly.
Okay, let's get a pick from you for today.
Let's go to race number 6. It's on the main track, so I don't have to worry about on turf, off turf. And Bob Baffert has an uncoupled entry, so he's going to take a lion's share of the play. But I'm going to try to beat him, Ralph. Number 7, Banzai Betty is 4-1 in the morning line for George Papadromo. This horse ran in the Oakleaf, the Grade 2 stakes last time out. Did not embarrass herself, finished 4th, and now is back with her friends and made the special weight. Umberto Rispoli rides. Let's go with a 7. Banzai Betty to beat the 2 Bafferts in race 6.
All right, going right against the double-barreled Baffert entries in the 6th race, a maiden race for 2-year-old fillies going a mile. You like the 7-horse Banzai Betty. Banzai Betty. Umberto Rispoli aboard at 4-1 is Richie's pick on the show. So you like the 7 in the 6th race today at Del Mar. And you have a full sheet for the rest of the selections for today at Del Mar right now at the racedaylasvegas.com websites. And, of course, tomorrow he's going to give you a simulcast sheet for free. Don't forget, rich_eng at yahoo.com, and he'll get it to you for tomorrow. Thanks a lot, Rich.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Good luck, everybody.
All right, you got it, my man. And when we come back, we're going to go to John Lindo, standing by in Southern California. He's going to give us the latest of what's going on down there as far as the weather is concerned and what the racetrack has in offerings for this weekend. And we'll get all that right after this. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
The best part of the nighttime racing season at Los Alamitos is here, as the best quarter horses in the nation set to compete in our biggest race, like the Los Alamitos Super Derby, the Champion of Champions, and the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. Plus, the best bets in night racing continue, like our early and late pick fours, always with the best pools at night. And of course, our Pick 6 promos on Sunday nights. The best part of the year is here at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
Alrighty, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Southern California, and it's that song "It Never Rains in Southern California" may not be accurate this weekend. John Lindo, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. No, we're finally going to get a little weather down here, which we need. But, for racing fans, it makes it difficult. And here's the update of what I've got so far. It started raining here last night about 9 o'clock for just an hour or so, light rain. Has not rained this morning. The roads are dry now. So we're expecting the heavier stuff to start tonight and basically rain most of the day tomorrow. So that's why they moved the post time up. We'll try and get everything in. Have not heard anything from the racing office, whether, we're on the turf or not. In the old days, I would say for sure we're good to go on the grass, but in these days, you just never know anymore. And, we'll see if we get any more rain between now and post time. But as a handicapper, I would assume right now on the main track and on the turf. And I don't think we got enough rain last night to turn the main track into anything else but fast.
Now, John, weathermen are like handicappers. They're not always right, but they give us their best that they can. And so the weatherman, I guess, is predicting that the storm is going to hit you later on this evening. Will it be out by Sunday so we don't have any worries about racing on Sunday?
Well, from what they're saying, it's a slow-moving storm, so it depends. It could get stuck here. It could get stuck offshore. We just don't know, Ralph. It's not windy outside, so it's not blustery like the weather's moving. It's kind of quiet.
Okay. Well, we will keep our fingers crossed for that. And, of course, if it goes on Sunday, we don't have to worry about off the turf because it's going to be all dirt. The races are all dirt on Sunday. And for today, listen, we had on Sunday, Mirko Demura won 3 races on Sunday out at Del Mar, and the guy's starting the meet off hot. So what's the jockey standings look like?
Well, yeah, that was the second 3-win day for Mirko Demura at the meet out of a short sample. He is the leading rider. He's got 8 wins from just 15 mounts at the meet. So he is the surprise leading rider at Del Mar right now. Umberto Rispoli is second. He's got 7 winners. And then you have Hector Barrios and Antonio Fresu. They've each got 6, but very surprised to see Mirko Demura atop the jock standings.
Well, if with only 15 mounts and 8 wins, he's batting over 50%.
Yeah, he's doing better than we are.
Well, for right now he is, that's for sure. What about the trainers?
As far as the trainers go, 3-way tie for the leading trainer. John Sadler, George Papavedromo, and Doug O'Neill. They've each got 5 winners. Still kind of bunched up, but those are the 3 leaders right now going into this week.
All right, and those are the 5 there. And, of course, what about those favorites?
Favorites are hitting at 44% so far at the meet, Ralph.
Okay. And, again, tomorrow's canceled, and you are going to do a special Linda report tomorrow in place of Del Mar for the players here at the South Point.
Yeah, terrific card on the Claiming Crown at Churchill Downs tomorrow, and the weather's supposed to be good. So I'll do the 8 Claiming Crown races. I think the races 4 through 11. There's a lot of rolling wagers throughout that sequence and full fields throughout the entire Claiming Crown. And we got some Southern California horses out there too. So been working on that. It's a really fun card to play. So I'll be playing that tomorrow at Churchill Downs.
And it's, the Claiming Crown, I think, doesn't get as much appreciation or media as it should, because these are the horses that make up the bulk of racing day in and day out on the Wednesdays and the Thursdays, et cetera, at racetracks all across the country. And they get their Breeders' Cup type of, card on tomorrow at Churchill Downs. These are the tough claiming horses, and it's always nice to see them front and center.
One of my favorite days of the year, Ralph. You see horses that have won 6 or 7 times during the year. They get to race at Churchill Downs, the home of the Derby, and in a major league venue. Some of these horses are coming from a lot smaller places.
Sure,
that's great to see. And like you say, for the small time owners running on a big stage, it's a big deal, and I think they should be honored. And it's an accomplishment just to get here and to win one of these races. It means a lot.
And it looks like the weather is going to be just fine at Churchill Downs tomorrow, keeping our fingers crossed about that front and how fast it gets across the country. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun on the Claiming Crown, and we'll certainly take a look at some of those races tomorrow as well. In the meantime, John, we've got racing at Del Mar, crossing our fingers for today. Where are we going with the pick?
I'm going to take on Rich Eng in race number 6 at Del Mar. In the 6th race today, I like number 1, Conquistadora. She made a good middle move debuting in a turf route, got a little bit tired late. That's understandable, first time out. Moves to the dirt today. She's trained well on dirt, blinkers on, and I just think she's going to be a lot more fit. Race number 2. From the inside, look for a stocking trip at 4-1. Kazushi Kimura aboard race number 6, number 1, Conquistadora at Del Mar.
All right, the 1-horse Conquistadora with Kazuchi Kimura is your pick in the 6th race. And, of course, Richie came with the 7-horse, Banzai Betty. So I've got a Siraco Exacta box play here, the 1771. You are on the 1-horse in the 6th race. And, of course, the rest of the Linda report covering all the races today at Del Mar, a suggested late pick for, and all that goody information we just talked about, including the ship and win horses as well. All that information comprehensively on one sheet The Linda Report is available only in one place in this gaming capital of the world, and it's right here at the South Point Racebook, and it's free of charge, complimentary to you, because they just love horse players here, that's for sure. And John, stay dry, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, as we get any changes that come up before post time, I'll post them on my Twitter account. So if you have a Twitter account, follow that, and we'll get you the updates from Del Mar.
All right, give us your handle on X.
It's John Lindo, JONLINDO 60.
John Lindo 60, and it's on what we call Twitter, but it's on X, and you'll keep,
X. Yeah.
Keep us updated on that. Thanks a lot, John. Really appreciate that.
All right, good luck today.
You got it, my man. Now we're going out to Jerry Jackowitz, who is going to stay dry and warm right there in his office. Jerry, good morning.
Good morning. Looks like we must have had some rain in Southern California last night or something.
We did have some rain there. We had some rain here, and I was driving along on some wet streets, and we're going to have 100% rain by tomorrow. So that front's going to get here, that's for sure. We need the rain, and it's always fast, firm, and perfect in the book anyhow.
My weatherman is right here at my side. My little dog Smokey Bear. When it rains at night, he comes up high in the bed. So
okay, all right. He doesn't want to get flooded out, I guess, huh?
He doesn't like the rain too much.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, now we, as you know, Del Mar is not racing tomorrow. They've already been canceled. And so you'll be doing an Aqueduct sheet, obviously, for all 3 days,
Sure.
and you have Del Mar and Aqueduct for today. So nice winner yesterday, and the Exacta paid really nice in that link-up.
Yeah. So there it is. I said on the show that the horse is probably, in my mind, like 8-5.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went out at 7-2.
Yeah.
And what do? I'll tell you what I did. I don't know what you did.
Go ahead.
I mean, I made the same play I made, but I doubled my bet, and all the additional money I put in was all win money. I didn't want to take any chance at not getting that.
So in other words, you did make the play, and you did make the play with the link-ups. But when you saw the juicy price at 7-2 that you thought should be 8-5, you doubled up on the win bet, and just securing the fact that if he's right, you're going to get the positive right on the win bet.
Yeah, I don't want to lose any of the, as you call it, extra juice.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Okay, good. Give me some more. Here.
All right, let's go to the fifth today at Aqueduct. We have Spirit of New York. Really attractive looking gelding, 2-year-old gelding, stretching out for the first time. And I just love the last segment of his. He just came home so beautifully.
Okay.
That he looks to me like he's going to enjoy the 2 turns. I like the rail. I love that, you get great music with Santana. So I love the 1 in the 5th race, 3-1. I'll go down to 2-1 here. I'll take the 1 over the 2, 3, 4, and 9.
Okay, you got the 1 over 2, 3, 4, and 9 with Santana aboard, not the rock star, the jockey. The 1 where
the rock star is a jockey.
All right, okay, you got it. I got it from you, that's for sure. In the 5th race, the 1 Spirit of New York. Link-ups are 2, 3, 4, and 9, and reverse. Earlier on the show, when I went to the stakes race to get Jonathan's opinion of the race, he liked Spirit of New York too. So you got a double whammy there. But your pick officially, the 1 over 2, 3, 4, and 9, and reverse. That in the 5th race today at Aqueduct, the featured notebook stakes for 2-year-olds at a mile on the inner turf course. Now we'll go to Del Mar and get a quick pick there.
Okay, the wild card is the condition of the track in California. What do they know about wet tracks? These horses aren't used to them at all. Let's go to the 6th horse in the first race, Halo Uncle. It just seems to be a massive speed overlay on this group. Just seems like way better. It looks really 4 to 5 to me on a fast track. I don't know what he is on a wet track, but I'll take the 6 if I get 2-1.
Okay. Over
the 4, 7, 8. Reverse 4, 7, 8 over the 6. We'll take the 6 in the first, but only if there's a little bit of juice in this price.
All right, the first race at Del Mar, again, folks, remember, it's been backed up to 12 noon. 12 high noon is post time for the first race. In that first race, Jerry likes the 6 Halo Uncle. The link-ups are 4, 7, and 8, and reverse the 6 in the first. Full power pages for both Del Mar and Aqueduct today. Right now, with all the P's and the stars and the V's and all that good stuff, The Power Page is at jerryjspowerpage.com. All right. Well, you stay dry there, Jerry. We're going to stay dry here. Remember, fast, firm, and perfect, always in the book. In the meantime, Jerry's got one more thing to say.
Have a great race day, everybody.